Hi, morning traders. Welcome to Market Snapshot. Hello, everyone who's joining in. My apologies, we had some technical issues here we had to sort out. With regards to the Zoom classes, today we don't have a Zoom class. The 11 to 12 session. One of our guys was to host this is in Tanzania, and Tanzania it's Independence Day. So our apologies for that. But tomorrow we'll definitely have a session at 11. He'll be conducting that. I'll be hosting Market Snapshot this week and next week. So let's see what the market has presented for us, especially after NFP. We saw the news that came out. Those who were in Mombasa, remember we were looking at our charts and we saw the opportunities that played out. I hope you guys were able to learn a thing or two. And the Mombasa event wrapped up our masterclass tour, and I'm glad that we've received positive feedback from those who attended. We look forward to having these events again next year, 2025. We'll start off with Eldoret somewhere in January, but then again, I'll post those updates towards the end of next week. So once again, reminder, we only have Market Snapshot today. So the 11 to 12 p.m. class is not there. However, today in the evening from 8 to 9 p.m., we'll have the beginner session, and we'll go through the basics of what Forex trading is all about, terms that are used in trading, what you can trade, how you get to expose yourself to the global financial markets. Those are the things we look at in the 8 to 9 p.m. class. So make sure that you have the link. If you don't, please reach out to our support at fxpesa.com and they should share that with you. Okay, in the meantime, let's look at the news. Today is on a Monday, so most Mondays are sluggish. But then again, we can see a lot of moves that have played out right now on our charts. So remember, this is post NFP, and so our work as traders is to identify, are there any news that could affect our position. So today, as you can see, there's no red folder, so there isn't much that could affect our positions. Tomorrow we'll have a look at these, because once again I'll be hosting Market Snapshot up until Thursday. So we definitely will see some opportunities as we move forward. So with no news that could affect your positions that has been lined up, with no news that has been lined up, then all you have to do now is to go to our technicals and see what are our charts saying, right? So let's go to our MT5. So we start with Euro USD. I want to see what's happening on Euro USD. So the analysis, we've had these analyses from last week. And last week, what we were looking at was a short trade. Remember Wednesday, I was hosting this market snapshot. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, today, Monday. I was saying we need to look for sells and then buys. So that happened. The trades did come to our expected areas, and those who've been attending the master classes, one of these areas is what you call yesterday's low. So what happened on Wednesday is that price tested Tuesday's low, and from there were some buyers and the price moved up according to the arrows, right? Presenting a buy opportunity. During NFP, we can see what happened. There was a spike up and then a downward push. So right now we can see some bullish push. So let's remove this analysis now that we are done with this. Okay, so what are we expecting on Euro USD? So you need to look at it from higher time frames. What's playing out on higher time frames? So it seems like Euro USD is screaming buy at this point in time on higher time frames. So I will be looking for buy opportunities on Euro USD. And what will be my target? So I would want to see how price reacts to these areas over here. One is an order block over there that I've mapped out. Remember, this is a bearish order block, which is the last bullish candle before a major move that led to break of structure. So this structure over here was broken by this candle, which was the last bullish move, bullish candle. So this was it. So that's a possible area that we should see Euro USD going to. Then there's also another area that we could be looking at. Yes, last week's high. Those who've been attending master classes, you can identify these areas. We were able to look at them. Last week's high is also an area where you'll be looking for opportunities to maybe look at maybe a minor resistance, because we are still looking for long opportunities on this particular asset. So maybe a bullish push on Euro USD to this price level, from current market price to that high. That's around 70 pips on Euro USD. Yeah, it's not 70, so current market, it's 64. So I'll be looking for a bullish push on Euro USD. Okay, that's Euro USD. What about Audi USD? Audi USD is already bullish, as we can see. So initially, well, in Mombasa, I was sharing these outlooks and we were looking for those sell opportunities. So ideally, once again, last market snapshot last Wednesday, I was looking at a sell and then a bullish push. So the bullish push played the next day. That's when it hit our take profit, and our take profit acted as a strong area of resistance. And we can see from there it was bearish all the way to NFP day. And now today we've seen this bullish push. So let's remove these analyses and try and identify opportunities for the day, intraday positions. So go to higher time frames, go to H4, go to the daily. So once you go to the daily, sorry, you need to go to the daily over here. Go to the weekly. So one of the areas I'll be looking for some form of resistance is 64.57. 64.57 is an area I would be seeking resistance. So let's go to lower time frames now with that understanding. So just like we've seen on Euro USD, I'll probably be looking at a bullish push on Audi USD. So this will be my analysis from the current market price. However, maybe for a better entry, I would want to see a bearish push first. Maybe a bearish push. Maybe a bearish push and then a bullish push. Maybe a test of this neckline over here. So no, personally, I'm a strong believer in never chasing price. So I always want to buy. If I'm buying, I would want to buy at a cheaper price level. So in my case, I wouldn't be caught up in FOMO to try and chase this. It would rather go without me. So I would want to see a retracement, maybe to this low before a further push up on Audi USD, right? And I think this could also play out on even Euro USD, a bearish push before that bullish push. Yeah, on this asset. So that's Audi USD. Let's look at UT100. UT100 has been forming higher highs. So if you go to where we are currently, we've hit a high, and so what will be the opportunities? So in this particular asset, ideally, I would want to see some shorts. Right, I would want to see a short push on UT100. I can see some candlestick patterns here forming that would indicate that there's some rejection candles. However, I would want to see where we are at. So a test of this high is an area I would want to see price get to, the high of the day. This is what I would call the high of the day. So maybe a test of that high of the day would provide me with an opportunity to go short on this particular trade. And what will be my target? This is where I will use my moving averages as take profit targets. So I would want to see this push. I would want to see this push on UT 100. That will present me with an opportunity to go long afterwards. Either that or even a bearish push again before now continuation of the bullish trend. Okay, so GBP USD BTC has hit all-time highs once again. I'll just be patient with these trades. So let's see how Bitcoin plays out. The other asset I would want to look at is GBP USD. So what's GBP USD like? So go to higher time frames. So we can see this short move, which is what I've said. You can see what's happening on Audi USD, and this is what I've been saying. Never chase trades, right? Wait for them to come to your predefined area, right? And I'm sure even Euro USD is shorting. You can see what I was saying, right? So never chase trades. Wait for them to come at a cheaper price. Huh? So GBP USD, what will be the outlook? Let's go to higher time frames. Once again, we had a great analysis. I've had sales on GBP USD from November 5th when Trump, during the election, the US election, right? And the entry was quite awesome. And I've been training anyone who's been in the master classes. I trained you guys and I told you why I had taken a shot on this particular trade to where we are currently. So one of the areas I would want to map out is this high, last week's high, as a possible take profit target, and then go to the daily and figure out another profit target is probably, let me just remove this analysis. It's quite confusing. So map out these areas. One is a bearish order block, which is the last bullish candle before a major move down that led to break of structure. So this candle here is a possible take profit target, 2868 on GU. Okay, so the other area will be on H4, and that will be last week's high, this high that was formed during NFP. Okay, that's also an area where I'll be looking for opportunities to book my take profit one, because we are looking for long opportunities. So let's go to, I would want to add a moving average here. That will mean I would have to map out afresh. Okay, so it's quite interesting that an order block, this area I've mapped out this area from the daily, right? And you can see on H4 there's a moving average, the 800 moving average. So clearly there's a high probability that GBP USD is headed to these areas, right? But then again, where will be the right entry? Once again, disclaimer, this is purely educational analysis. Okay, kindly take note of that. So if I were to look for opportunities on GU, I would want to see how price reacts to that moving average that I've mapped out. So my analysis on GU will be a bearish push to 2730, and then a bullish push to last week's high, that's 80 pips, and then a further continuation of a bullish push to 2866, I think, right? 2866, yeah. That will be the outlook on GBP USD, right? If I were to look for buy opportunities on it. The other one is gold. So on Wednesday, we were looking for a bullish push from this price level. This is the analysis we had last Wednesday when I hosted this market snapshot. We're looking for sells to this price level and then bulls were to step in. However, they didn't go all the way up as we had projected up to this level. So we only got to this high, which was Tuesday's high, right? So last week's high, sorry, the previous day high acted as an area of resistance and sellers stepped in and pushed the market down. So let's remove these analyses. Seek opportunities on gold. So what are we looking at? Just like the others, we are looking at a bullish push. That means we anticipate the dollar to be weak, right? So I would want to map out last week's high as a possible area, target area, and also maybe look at last month's high, the high of November. The high of November as a possible area where we could see gold move to. That's a target area. So go to lower time frames. So if I were to look for opportunities on gold, I would want to see gold test this low before a continuation of the bullish push. So probably test this area, and then from there, that's when I could go buy. Right. So I'm just looking at ideal areas: buy cheap, right? Sell at a better price, right? Instead of chasing this trade, buying and then all of a sudden we see sellers stepping in, right? So as you can see, Euro USD, what we've done, we're looking for those sells, right? So let's see how these currencies will play out. So those are the majors. We've already covered the majors. Maybe USD CHF. Let's see what USD CHF is like. So we've always wanted to see USD CHF come up to close this gap. There's a gap that hasn't been closed, and this gap eventually will be closed. And then in the meantime, let's see what USD CHF is like. So let's remove these analyses. Okay, so when it comes to USD CHF, I would want to see a bearish push before a bullish push. So I would want to see USD CHF come back to test these lows. So maybe last week's low. Last week's low will be an area I would want to see USD CHF test. So I'll be bearish on USD CHF to this low. Be looking for sells. If we go to higher time frames, probably we can identify other areas that could present opportunities. Yeah, so I'll be looking for sells right now on USD CHF. Maybe a bearish push from yesterday from the Asian low, sorry, Asian high. So first I would probably want to see USD CHF test this high. A possible push here to this high before a continuation of the sell. However, there's a possibility that even USD CHF could test that high, 88.25, before the bearish push. So we have two levels that we could see USD CHF go to. Right, we could see a bullish push to this area and then bearish, or we could see USD CHF test the Asian high, and then drop. So that will be the analysis on major currencies. That's it from my end. We've just done Euro USD, we've done Audi USD, we've done UT 100, we've done GBP USD, we've done gold, and then we've also done USD CHF. What are your thoughts on GBP JPY? Do I have it here? Okay, I have it. Okay, so what's the, it's called the beast for a reason. Okay, let's see what's moving GJ. GJ has been moved by USD by USD JPY. And so if we look at USD JPY, we are looking for buys. Okay, so I would probably be bullish on this one because you can see some strong support over here on H1. So probably I would want to see GJ push all the way to this moving average. That will probably be my outlook. Kindly, what's your thoughts on JPY pairs? It seems like the yen is weak. If you look at yen pairs, you can see they are bullish. So the yen looks like it's weak, right? So that's why I'm looking for buys. Jack. Any other question? That's all. So thank you for your time. Thank you for attending. Let's meet tomorrow 11 for the market snapshot and see the opportunities therein. And remember, this is purely a dictional analysis. How we analyze our markets is also based on how we train also in our classes, right? So it's based on a few strategies here and there. You don't want to miss out on the classes every day from 11 to 12 p.m. However, today, once again, my apologies. We don't have an 11 to 12 p.m. class. Our education partner from Tanzania who was to do this, they have a holiday. Happy Independence Day. And by the way, happy Independence Day to all our TZ clients. So let's see tomorrow. There'll definitely be a class, so you don't want to miss out on that one. Okay. Great. TikTok being banned in US, any impact on trading? Not so much. Not so much, Thomas. The last day of the classes will be on 20th. Actually, 19th. The last day of the classes will be on 19th December, which will be on a Thursday. TikTok, the banning of TikTok doesn't make an impact, right? Because one, TikTok is not listed, and so the parent company, Byte, right? There isn't much of an impact in trading. It could affect equities if it was if let's say the parent company was listed in Nasdaq, then we could probably see some sell opportunities on Nasdaq. But then again, it's not there, so I don't believe we could see any impact on that. Only that businesses will probably have to figure out a way of advertising away from TikTok. Okay. Yeah, that's it. No more questions. Cheers, guys. See you tomorrow. Have a have a bullish day. Analyze your trades. Make sure that you have a trading plan, right? Because you should always do any business based on a plan, not just trading. Any other business, have a plan that tells you when to do this, when to do that, what happens when this happens, because you'll always have threats in every business, right? Good thing is that in trading you have risk management, you have a stop loss, right? That enables you handle the uncertainties in the market. So that's it. Cheers. Bye bye.